Siyabingelela ubingelela Babu Dokotela Babu Sizo Babu Jabulile. Our address is 30 Albert Street. Building name, it's Nedbank House Building, 19th floor, suite 1904 to 1905. We are situated at dark room, studio number 1. I'm busy counting some money here. I want to see what will happen when I finish to count it.
Greetings, our viewers at home. It's another episode of Babu Dokotela. Warm welcome, everyone. Babu Dokotela, I can see you are busy there. Are you going to finish?
Yeah, sometimes I'll finish.
Or someone must come and help you. Well, I can see it, Doctor. You'll never finish. That thing is too much.
Yeah.
Let us shoot straight to our conversation, Babu Dokotela. Here we are saying, Babu Dokotela, rivers do not drink its own water. Same as trees. They don't eat their own fruit. They just bear fruits. What do you mean by that, Babu Dokotela?
This is very important. It's a question that people never ask themselves. Why a river do not drink its water? Why the mountain does not climb its own mountain? This is the river. This is what I am flowing. I'm pushing this thing down. But the problem about us is Nyanga or people out there, whatever we have accumulated, like a tree, when it bears fruits, the tree, instead of eating it, rather throw it down so that something else will eat it, or it will regrow again, it will germinate again.
Sure.
If I cannot use this, I rather reinvest it so that it will germinate more money or generate more money for me. But we as Izinyanga, we tend to eat our own fruits. I'm so-called Inyanga. People, they believe that I'm popular, I'm famous. I'm not famous, I'm not known as well. But when I die, only find out there's nothing in my coffin because I've eaten everything. Whatever I got, I give it to my girlfriends. I give it to, not girlfriends. I drink it with my friends. I buy expensive garment or clothing, and then I pose with expensive cell phones. I buy not buy cars. I cannot afford. I hire cars so that I can able to manipulate the psychopath of the people. People, they literally believe that this is me, and then I take pictures in executive places. It costs money. For a short distance of traveling from like 5 kilometers, I hire a helicopter so that when I land, I'll be seen. That is how we waste money. We don't have to waste money. We have to push because we are like rivers. We're supposed to flow down water so that people will be able to harness water or channel water for irrigation purposes.
Yes.
But you only find out that we are kind of river that swallow its own water. Meaning that people on the mainstream don't get anything from us. Like now, you only find out that my cousin is not employed. I cannot afford to employ him because I'm already full. But I've got so much money. Why can't I just give it to him to start something else?
Yes.
Because I cannot employ him. Why can't I just buy him a van? Why can't I just buy him something? Because I already paused it. Unless if it's not my money. Malema did say that some people, we claim that they've got money. Now it's more likely they don't have money.
They don't have it.
Yes, because they assume to have like 9 to 10 billion, but it's proven that if you get caught with so much money, which means that you are still struggling like us.
Stolen money.
Yes. Yeah, that is why I'm saying we as men, we tend to be like mountain that is climbing its own. If you're a mountain, let people climb you. Let people celebrate to be on your top level. People to be on your peak, so that when the snow comes, you're able to hold the snow for people downstairs or downward. We as Izinyanga or traditional health practitioners or even pastors, we must tend to understand that whatever God or Itongo has exposed to us, we must use it wisely and preserve it for our generation. Not keep it, but preserve it. When you keep something with the intention that it should not make profit. But when you preserve something with the intention to generate interest. Babu Dokotela says, the river does not drink its own water.
Babu Dokotela, there is this drug called education. I call it a drug because when it was first presented to the nation or everywhere they speak about education, it was supposed to liberate people.
Yes.
And as I'm here, Babu Dokotela, you are saying your education was never made to liberate you from poverty. What do you mean by this? Before I insult it by calling it a drug.
Most of the degrees, especially in South Africa,
Yeah.
if you're acquiring a degree, it could cost you like 4 to 5 years. That is a degree.
Definitely is.
That is a degree.
Bachelor's degree.
Yeah. This amount of money that you see here, it's what you earn every month after studying for 4 years at varsity. This is
Tell
only
me how much is there?
This is only 40,000 rand.
14
40.
or 40,000.
40,000 rand. This is for someone who has been in university for 4 years. But for someone who's been at varsity for 7 years.
That's a doctor.
No, you may have like someone who's been for 5 years. This 7 years, you're looking at this.
Okay.
Because if you say it's a doctor, what about the dentist?
Okay, how much is there, Babu Dokotela?
This is 50. This is 50,000.
50K.
Yes.
All right, yes.
They don't say that today it's 21st. They only see something like this digitally on the 25th or 31st.
Before deductions.
Before deductions.
God.
But this education does not liberate you financially because it costed you like 5 years to only earn this. It costed you like 5 years. For you to earn this is 90,000. You must be a mayor and be escorted by 5 to 6 gentlemen who are not related to you.
Who don't even know you.
They don't know you. Because they want to be paid by bodyguarding you, they'll do it. But this is what you earn. And then there is no degree that can give you this. A degree, I'm talking about a degree, not masters.
Yeah.
There's no non-degree that can give you 90,000 rand every month. That is why we are not competing, we are not challenging anything. But we are saying that the education system, it's not for people to come out from the work field. The education system, it allows, it mandates people, it pounds people to be at work because they are so important. The company cannot run without them. We rather give you another 10,000 rand on top so that you remain at work. To you, when we add 10,000 rand on top, it will sound as if it's too much. What about a person who's loading the ship? That person is earning 34 to 35,000 rand a month, but is loading how many containers? What is inside the container? If we give you an overtime, we exploit you. We just exploit you because we are weak, we are vulnerable, we are pathetic. You just have to stay there. What about the minister who is within the province that worth more than 20 billion every day? That minister, this thing is too much for him to earn. And I'm talking about the cabinet minister.
Cabinet ministers, yes.
Yes, it is too much for them to earn, but the province generates 20 billion rand a day. We as Izinyanga, we have to come out clean to people so that they understand that we understand the situation. When they come to us, what kind of aid they'll get from us. Because we don't have to be in a dark shadow about things that are happening outside. Babu Dokotela says, the amount of money that is equal to here, all this coinage, as we are asking, I'm not changing the story, this is not for YouTube, this is 130,000. There is no way your job with your 5-year degree, it can accumulate this.
How many months it takes to make that money if you're in business? Like
To talk about me, from Monday, today is Thursday.
You mean from within 3 days? Because I don't account
no,
Thursday
36 hours. It's a 36-hour report. And that is why we are saying when you come to us, you must know that we know your condition. Sure. Not that when we ask you to bring 100,000, we ask for something that is illusion, something that we never touch. We're talking about something that is daily counted because this amount can fill up here. Let me prove that. This is my head from Bokat. Let me do it. Let me see whether it can fill up. You see, there's nothing. There are no papers inside. Let's see It's going. We're pushing it. You see, it's the only amount of money that can fill up the head.
No space. You can put some in my bag here.
This is it. We are talking about this. The education system, it was well gazetted by capitalists to make sure that since we are out of slavery, we must put a workforce system. It worked for them. Thank you.
Siyabonga Babu Dokotela. Yes, that was a jaw-dropping information because as we speak, people are striking somewhere saying, "Sifuna ukufunda mahala."
Yeah.
Because according to them, that's the liberation.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Babu Dokotela. Now, Babu Dokotela, there's a crisis out there in families of extramarital affairs. People are cheating, both men and women. But I want us to emphasize or to focus on this umathinta, something that prevents women from cheating. Can you tell us about it?
Okay. Beautiful. Let's correct the spelling.
Yeah.
A boyfriend does not cheat for a girl. No, there's no way that. Because a boyfriend is just a friend
Okay.
who happened to be a boy. How come a friend can cheat?
Let's talk about a partner.
No, I'm talking about so-called a boyfriend. A boyfriend will never cheat
Okay.
because it's just a friend who happened to be a different gender.
All right.
There's no way that he can cheat.
Sure.
He can have multiple partners, not that he's cheating on you. Because when he introduced himself to you, he was cheating.
All right.
Yes, and then he's not cheating anymore. You just join the crew. And then let's talk about people who says, I've got a wife, and I suspect that he's got another partner. I assume that my wife is cheating on me now. But I don't want anything that will embarrass my wife because I love my wife. Sure. That is very, very cunning statement. Because even your wife is cheating, still your wife.
Yeah, still your wife.
Yeah, it's still a wife. Because take note, you cannot kill your wife for cheating. You cannot. Yeah. Because when you kill your wife for cheating, you'll be sentenced to 25 years and then you'll be killed in prison. Simple as that. You'll be sentenced to 25 years because you cannot win it in a court of law.
And that boyfriend will still deal with her. Will still touch her.
No. If you caught your wife cheating,
yes.
There's no way that you can kill her. Once you kill her, you'll be sentenced to 25 years because you were not in self-defense. You just attacked a weak person.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you go to prison. And they'll kill you still. And then it's a 50-50 law, so you don't have to do that. And then number two, your wife has never cheated. It's just that she's been confused by this clever person.
Yes.
Then we use umuthi called umathinta. Umathinta is a product that we use before sex. So just lick it and then drink it with water before you have sex with your wife. Thereafter, anyone who comes before you will never be able to touch your wife. Reason why? Once that person sees your house, as much as driving or in a taxi, that person will just defecate on himself. As if they got extreme diarrhea. That person can never put down his pants because this thing comes like forces with the pressure. And then the person will be so embarrassed, will drive back home. And the person will never take calls again. But when the person started to realize that no, this is something else. I cannot have something else because my stomach was normal. How come this could happen? If you suspect that person has counter attack you using other motive to repel the motive that you applied to your wife, you must tell me, and I'll give you another motive.
Okay.
But that motive is a lethal aid. It's a lethal aid. What it does, it does not kill a person in your house. What it does, when this boyfriend, so-called boyfriend, is about to leave the house or a property to go and have sex or to meet your wife, that person, number one, it has to bath, prepare everything. If he's got a gun, cock his gun, make sure that everything is safe and put the gun on the side and lock the door. And then watch TV a little bit, and then that person will feel like, let me just rest a little bit.
Take a nap.
As the person taking a nap will take a nap forever. You'll never wake up again. simple as that. Because he has invited that to be wasted. That is called lethality. But I don't promote it. I just do not promote it. I just promote to use umatinda without any lethal aids. Because no one will die. It's just that you'll defecate yourself, you'll be embarrassed, and you'll go back. And you'll never go back again. When you insist, and you'll have to know that there's something there. But when you carry on, and thereafter we'll apply lethal aid.
Now, for someone who wants to access Umatinda, where does it go? Come straight to you or to agents?
First we have to be serious because we don't give it to kids.
Okay.
Number one, once you apply this thing, your wife can never have sex with anyone as long as you're still alive. We have to die first.
All right. Until.
And thereafter, your wife can be able to enjoy herself again as a human being.
Yes.
Now, people, they think that we're just selling it. These are not for sale. This is for consultator related. Why do you want this? Yeah, because this is bad at the end of the day. Thank you.
So agents do not have this?
No.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, let us talk about uqonsi or ushugalo brown. Something that rejuvenates women, that makes them younger again.
Okay, let's talk about sugar brown sugar. When you use brown sugar, we use it with other motifs, whereby the main active ingredient, it is brown sugar.
Oh, brown sugar.
Brown sugar, it makes someone taste so nice.
It's healthy as well.
And then, but when you talk about uqonsi, I don't want to say it in Latin because last time I checked, they said we must not use it again.
Okay.
That is why I'm going to keep it in isiZulu. Okay. Not in Zulu, isiZulu.
isiZulu.
Yes, because in Zulu, it's something else. Yeah, isiZulu. Uqonsi, what we normally do, we do it for someone who says, Babu Dokotela, I don't feel any intimacy now. And I just don't feel like I can have sex with my husband anymore. And my mood is down. We use this to revitalize that person. And the person gets revived, and then the person can enjoy sex again. All those products are 200 Rand each.
200 Rand each?
Yes, we don't want to charge them otherwise because we are not curing any disease. We're just putting people back on track.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's my doctor. Now, let us talk to our people with twisted minds. People will prefer to put gold teeth instead of doing important and fundamental things. Yeah, let's talk to those people, Babu Dokotela.
I know a brother who's got 2 kids with 2 different women.
Okay.
And then he's breaking.
That's my son.
I've got a child in suburbs.
Okay, right. He speaks
Yes,
English in a Victorian accent.
Yeah, I've got a child KwaZulu. Kanongoma, I've got a child. I've got a child there. And that person, he drives expensive car.
Right.
When he smiles, lightning comes out because of the teeth. They are gold, they are in silver, they're in platinum, whatever metal you can think of.
Sure.
And then he's so expensive. And he'll tell you that, you see, I've got 50,000 Rand here.
And it's true, that thing is expensive.
Yes, really expensive. But for that, you could have paid penalty for your children because you're not going to get married to those mothers. And then just go there and pay the penalty of destroying your family.
Fix your damages.
Yeah, just fix your damages because they'll put down your pride. And thereafter, before you even apply to put metal in your mouth. If we were to say that in isiZulu, rather than ufaka amazinyo egolide, hamba uyohlawula because parents are waiting for you. They trusted in you. They know that you got money, the cars that you are driving, and then the kind of teeth that you got now. You got stainless steel teeth. You got gold. You got zinc. You got iron. You got everything. Now, you see these people everywhere. They've got expensive tattoos. Rather than applying the expensive tattoos, what about Pampers that you are refusing to buy? What about Pampers of
medical costs?
Yeah, about the child. Pampers are expensive. They're not
Very expensive.
Yeah, one day you'll have a child, Food, it's expensive.
Sure.
And then these teeth that you are wearing, why don't you grow this child up to 3 years before you put the stainless steel in your mouth? Let's try to be matured, because our competitors, also called Europeans or Abelungu, they are not wearing those steels. They're full of tattoos, but they're still free. They've got no steel in their mouth.
Sure.
They've got steel somewhere else. Their bank account is so strong, but their teeth are very weak. We have to make your bank account strong rather than make your teeth very strong. Because when you die, your teeth values nothing. But if your bank account at least says 200,000, when you die, the 200,000 worth 200,000, even that you are dead. Because at the mortuary, when they remove this, they cannot resell it. Babu Dokotela says, rather than constructing your teeth, start to construct your wealth. Put your money where the bank is, not where the mouth is. Your mouth is here, but stop putting your money where the mouth is. Put your money where the bank is. Then when you die, you know that there is money there, so strong as much as my teeth are weak. There's no need to defend something that, because especially your oral health care, we are not going to live with it for more than 120 years. We don't need it. But as long if your bank account is good for more than 200 years, it's okay for your generation.
Let it be, yes.
Yeah, it's okay for your generation. That is why we are saying that instead of fortressing our mouth, let's start to fortress the future of our children and grandchildren. Babu Dokotela says it.
Thanks, Babu Dokotela. While you are there, Babu Dokotela, let's talk about now the salary increase of domestic workers. Because we still have people, especially who call themselves the black middle class. They like these fancy things. Sometimes they go put new mags on their cars. Normally they drive these Corollas. They put new mags, and that is worth a lot of money. Yet the salary of a domestic worker is not even moving an inch. What can you say to those people, Dokotela?
Number one, I hate the fact that we as Africans,
Yes.
when it comes to our 10, we're taking a U-10. We don't call them domestic workers, we call them aunties.
Aunties.
Reason why, we want to degrade them from their employment status so that they won't be qualified to be paid as people who are working. And then once you do that, to degrade the person does not carry that value. Let's say you, Mr. Mkhize, if I don't want to pay you, I have to call you my friend. Because as a friend of mine, I can ask, hey, Mkhize, hey, we're planning to go now. Hey, take this. It's good for your transport, for your taxi fee or bus fare or whatever. Because we're just a friend.
Yes.
I don't regard you as a person who's working with me. I'm just degrading you so that you cannot demand anything. Because when you come to me, we need to know, if I come there, how much are you going to give me? Because here we don't pay an hour, we pay per 10 minutes.
Sure.
If I stay there for 30 minutes, how much will you pay me? I must tell you that, okay, if you come here, I'll pay you so much. This is a deal. It's done. You finish, you pay, get paid. You finish, get paid.
Sure.
But now when I degrade you to be a friend, I'm not entitled to do that. Because I can pay even with my lunch. I can tell my driver, because you're going back home in your house in Westville, I can tell my driver, because he's going to Pinetown, he can drop you closer to your mall.
And buy them a pie from the garage.
No, I'm not giving any money. My driver's giving a lift. You're a friend of mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're a friend of I'm downgrading. Now, once you employ someone to work in your house
And call the person an
and
auntie.
you call the person an auntie, that person does not warrant it to be paid according to the prescription. And then we as Africans, we do that a lot. And then COSAT and other stakeholders, they don't say anything about it. They find it comfort because they employ foreigners from Namibia and steal their money. And they refuse to call them domestic workers. They call it aunties from Namibia. And steal their money, and then they start to scream.
You.
And let's go back to the question. You got a domestic worker who's earning. That domestic worker stays with you. Sure. At least my domestic worker stays alone. She's just guarding the house. She's got food, she's got everything. She begs for nothing. A domestic worker stays with you. It's a sleep-in. That domestic worker has to buy grocery for herself, for children at home. And we are not covering her grocery. And then you still pay her 2,500. She still have to buy grocery for herself. Grocery at home. and she's a sleep-in. She sleeps when you sleep. When you got guests or visitors,
She stays awake.
Yeah, leaving at 9 o'clock. She must, when they leave, then she must come and start to clean the kitchen. That is what you call a domestic worker. And then you still found to be buying or fixing your car with the most deadly expensive rims and tires. My CLS 500, I just changed rims. It costed me 18,500. And then you do that. You put the rims. That domestic worker is not getting any increase. You don't give salary increase because you got the fact that she's just an auntie. Auntie don't complain because they've got no office to complain, you see. And then I'm saying to our brothers and sisters, let's stop abuse these people. Anything that you put in your car, a radio, it could be a radio, it could be anything, you just sit cover, and think about that domestic worker that is there. The domestic worker that earns 3,000 for past 4 years to 5 years. And let's come to our senses because we are Africans. We are holding the steers now. And then everything is on us. We are holding the steering. Let's drive this car properly. Because last time we were complaining about Indians that they underpay our people. Why is they underpaid? But it is gross west to us. It is west. To working for someone in his house, that person will downgrade to call a friend. Or just call a boy. Simply that. Thereafter will be wasted completely. Thank you.
Thanks, Babu Dokotela. Now, Babu Dokotela, I want us to touch the nerve. I hope our people out there are not going to take this thing personal, but it's also an awakening pain. It's a very painful fact, what you're about to tell them now. Babu Dokotela, there are people out there who are already between the age of 40 to 45, let's say above 40. And according to Babu Dokotela, those people are already poor. And this sounds very painful, but if you've got a positive mind, it is awakening. It's a call to say, hey, wake up from that sleep.
Thank you very much. Let me talk to someone now in Mahikeng. Let me talk to someone now in Mahikeng who's just started a business of running a filling station.
Sure.
It's a big filling station. They collect around, the filling station makes about 45 a day.
Sure,
45 to 50,000 a day. You are 43 years old. You just started a business. You think you're making money. You're not making money. You're just following people who are making money. Compare yourself to a white guy who's 43 years, who's running the same business for past 18 years. You are nothing compared to his bank status.
Because he started in his early 20s.
In his early 20s. And then you are nothing. You're going to run this business for 5 years and this business is going to start to eat on you because it has no capital that is defending this. You got no capital. And that white boy who's doing same business, his uncles, they've got huge businesses that are taking care of everything that get damaged because you may be worried. How come this person, like I've got a shop in 347 West Street. That shop is very empty at all times. Sometimes they make like 2,000, 3,000 a day, sometimes zero. I don't care. But now, because of the fact that that shop is backed by SBV Clinic, you cannot compete. Sure. And then you as a person who's 43 years old, you are backed by nothing. You are defending on your own. And the white guy is backed by giant companies that you know. And his uncle runs those companies. Anything happens, even the maintenance, he doesn't do any maintenance in his garage. It's part of his uncle's. The cars he drives is not his car. It's part of his uncle. In the house he stays in, it's not his house. It's a double story. It is for his uncle. And whatever you do, you buy your own cars, you put maintenance, you do this. Because you're an African, you are 200 years later compared to these people. What I'm saying, when you're 40 years to 45 years, you are already late. 70% of those people, they are identified as people who are already broke. Because there is no way, when you buy a Kumbi now, Quantum, The installment is 15,000. You are 45 years old. The installment is 7 years. The time you finish it will be 52 years. And the deficit that you'll have with the bank, you cannot get another loan. You cannot get another loan. Meaning that you are waiting for 7 years to be declared liquidated. Yes. And then that is why we're saying these people who are so-called 40 to 45 years, the status confirms that they're already poor. They can do something now to bail out from that system.
Sure.
Because we are not saying 100%. We said 70% of them who still don't identify this, it's one of their coffin that is going to sink them. Because I'm telling you now, when you are started a security company at the age of 40 years, ask yourself, who's going to buy uniform for these guards? Radios, one radio, walkie-talkie, it is 2,500, 400 guards. But an Indian, if he got awarded with a contract of security guards, he's taking from all guards to here. Different guards will be deployed here with a different uniform, same thing. His father or aunt or whoever will take care of everything, as long as they know that so there's something that keep him busy. Not that he doesn't have money, but they need something that will keep him busy. Now, what I'm saying to you is this. Wake up now, because it is the right time you to be told the truth. Stop to be overexcited. We just started a restaurant with Ushisanyam. Guess what? Suppliers, they don't trust you. We are on 25 days cash dependent. If your account, I know, I'm talking about something that I know. When I started SBV Clinic in South Center, my account was 7 days. My account was 7 days. Now I started as a same day account, 2 days, and then 7 days, and now it ended up being 25 days. But that 25-day invoice, believe me, if you did not pay, they cannot supply you. They cannot supply you because they don't trust you. Suppliers don't trust you. And then now, when you're running a business at the age of 45 years, take note, it takes time for suppliers to trust you. More than 10 years, then they start to trust you. And the time you reach 10 years, we are 55 years old, and the business is already not doing well. Babu Dokotela says, bail out now while you can. Bail out now while you can, because whatever you're doing now, it's not what will sustain you up to 55 years, up to 60 years. Whatever you do now, believe in me, it won't take you, because most of these people, they work with connection. Yeah. They don't have anything that they establish as their own. They are tender connection. They are business connections at all times connection. They never establish something that is solid, that is bringing clients at mainstream level. Babu Dokotela says, we don't want you to die poor. You can always jump out from the ship and start something that will lead you to up to 55 years to 60 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Babu Dokotela. That was our episode today. We have come to an end of our show. I hope everyone has taken notes. They are going to call Babu Dokotela. Thank you very much.
Siyabonga.